Irene DeJesus with DeJesus Law Group, and this is the noon show because somewhere in the world it's noon. And today we actually have a special guest on the show, and you'll notice that I'm not in the office. I'm actually here at Gers and Purrs because this is our regular monthly grooming for the babies, our fur babies, and the show is all about pet trust today. So why not do it here at Gers and Purrs? Now, Wynn is our producer. She's amazing. She will have in the links for you, our disclaimer, because you'll notice the love of my life is not here with me. He's at another meeting and he always does our disclaimers. So Wynn will have our disclaimers in the chat box. She will also have all the contact information for Gers and Purrs here in DeLand if that is something that you need for your pets. Hector and I cannot recommend this place more, I'm telling you. But the show today is all about pet trust. And so, first, before we get into pet trust, this is the month of May. We are closing it out with, we do have a special going on. If you're a mom and you book a legal life planning session with us in the month of May, get one booked on the calendar, you will get a free mani and petty. Why? Because you're a mom, you need it.
Good deal.
Right?
Wow.
And so I'm here with
awesome.
the pets and they're getting their mani petty.
That's right.
And full body bath. And then also we just finished doing our bourbon with benefits events. That was amazing. We did that at the Sugar Works Distillery. Got to educate everybody on what does it look like with a plan and without a plan. If you have any questions or you need any information on that, just go to our website. Wynn will have all the information in there. All right, so I think I got all the housekeeping out of the way. And let's get started on, first of all, tell us a little bit about Gers and Purrs and why you started this company.
So my name is Rhonda Hobbs. My husband and I, Kelly, took over the business almost 5 years ago. So Gers and Purrs has been in downtown DeLand this year, 15 years. So we are currently just kicking off that 15-year celebration right now. Officially June 1st is when the original owners opened up Gers and Purrs, and it's so neat and dynamic to carry on such a legacy in downtown DeLand, which felt really special to us. And we're just happy this Memorial Day weekend to celebrate those that we've lost over, in the service. One being my father has passed away several years ago, so I remember him.
Yeah.
And we love working in this industry, working with your fur babies and taking care of them. Because our biggest goal once we jumped into this industry, because we were not in this industry before, but we cared very deeply for our own pets and did a lot of research to make sure they were getting the best they could get. So what we really want individuals out there to know that Gers and Purrs wants to be a part of your pet's health. We want to be your partner in there and keeping everybody happy and healthy in your house.
Yes.
Whether they have fur or, not.
Right.
4 or 2 legs.
Yeah.
So we like the whole family to be happy and healthy.
So that's what we do. We routinely just come here to have them care for our babies. And what we know as attorneys is that there's studies for everything, but one of the studies that's out there shows that at least 60 to 70% of the population think of their fur babies as like their family members, right?
Absolutely.
Do you see that as well?
Oh, absolutely. That's what, over the last few years, we've seen a lot of that in the customers that come in, because they themselves are inquiring, what's in this product? Is this good for my pet? Absolutely. So people are becoming more and more aware of what their pets are taking in.
Ooh,
which
good
is
point.
Fantastic. So they're going to live a longer, healthier life.
Yeah.
Together with you.
Exactly. I agree. And so with that, one of those things we talk about living a longer and happy, healthier life, our pets are living longer, right? Just like we are.
Right.
And one of those things as estate planning and elder law attorneys that we actually look at is when we're doing plans for you and putting plans in place if something happens to you,
Right.
do you have a plan for your pet? And what we see is frequently when there are no plans in place, that there's nobody to take your pets. And it seems like or feels like the only option that's left is euthanasia.
To that, or they end up in one of our local facilities.
Exactly.
We do have a lot of shelters in our area that will end up seeing those older pets, and sometimes they're just too. It's harder to place them because they're used to living with one individual, and also their unfortunately their future is not so good. So definitely the trust is a very good approach to plan for their future too.
And so it's not this highfalutin, what was that lady with that Leona Helmsley? We're not talking a Leona Helmsley where she put millions and millions and millions to take care of her pets. No, what we're talking about is this is just part of our normal planning that we do with our clients. We actually check to see, do you have pets? And then if something happens to you, who do you want to take care of them? And we're naming that in your plan so that your successor agents know what to do, right? If there's a map in place on what to do. And so really, really important, we can do a full-blown pet trust where there is money put aside for them, or we can just name guardians. Doesn't that sound funny, name guardians?
No, not at all. We've actually had a client that happened to. Unfortunately, the client lived in another county, but the new parents, the foster parents that took on the pets were, they were of course checked out. They were going into a fantastic home, but they came along. Their parent had a trust prepared for them.
Nice.
So they were set up for the rest of their lives.
Oh, I love that.
So it does work.
That.
I've seen it in action. It's phenomenal because the new mom and dad, let's say, that takes on that pet from the previous owner who may have passed on. It's a big financial burden.
It is.
Especially if you have a pet that needs regular grooming. With the longer haired breeds like your Maltese or your Shih Tzus, your Bichons that need regular grooming.
Well, I have a German Shepherd, a rescue German Shepherd, and I think he's a long hair. There is an amazing amount of hair in our place, but I have seen that improve since we've come here, since we've gotten on a regular grooming schedule.
Right.
Wow, what a difference it's made. And so right now I would show you where the babies are, but we don't want them to see me while I'm talking. But would you talk a little bit about the grooming and when parents bring their pets in, what that's like?
Absolutely. Here at Gers and Purrs, we do have a bit of a unique setup that's one of a kind in this area. So we actually operate just as if you yourself were going to the salon. We are truly by appointment, so you would come in and bring your babies in at your appointment time. That they go in with the groomer, and they're the only ones here. We don't cage or crate them whatsoever. There's not one in the store whatsoever.
I love that.
So we're with them hands-on the entire time. If it's not the groomer that has them, then we have them out front here with us.
Yep.
So we end up creating a much stronger bond with the pets that come in. And we also facilitate, our environment helps with those pets that are a little bit more stressed. A lot of the rescues that we've been getting lately, they've been through a lot. So this environment really does help out because they're not stuck in a cage somewhere with a dryer and left unattended and trying to figure out what's going on.
So you bring up a really good point because, all right, so we're obviously not the best dog parents ever. But while we were in Tennessee, we didn't have our dogs on a regular grooming schedule. And so coming back to Florida and moving back to Florida, that was really important for us to get on a regular grooming schedule, but our dogs weren't used to it.
Right.
And I know the moment we came in here with them, you guys just made them feel at ease. Like they were calm, they did great. So once again, Wynn is going to have the information in the chat box all about Gers and Purrs. She'll also have all the information in there on everything we've got coming up. I know we've got a Wine and Wills coming up on a webinar for families with children. It's a free event teaching you all about how to name guardians for your kids and how to put a plan in place that makes sense for your family, your growing family. She'll have all the stuff and we need in there to get a hold of you.
Perfect.
And you brought up something really good. It is Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
And really want to just say thank you to those that have served, those that continue to serve, and to their families. Hector, my hubby, he was a Navy corpsman for many years, and our eldest son, he's currently serving in the Army. So thank you very much for your service, and thank you for your father's service.
Yes.
This was really great, you guys. Have an amazing Memorial Day weekend, and see you later. Bye-bye.